Really quick before I go to bed, wanted to record something for the vlog I'm making. Although I feel my Japanese has been getting better, I'm building more vocabulary and able to speak more smoothly and stuff. I kind of feel like this week has been kind of a low. Just I haven't been able to recall stuff I've learned quite as well or quite as easily. It's feeling a bit sluggish. I'm actually having to think more consciously rather than being able to speak more automatically, more fluidly maybe. But in the past when this would happen, I used to get really frustrated, would maybe quit for a week or a couple weeks and then come back to it later. But now I take this more as a sign that my brain's saying, you know, we need a little break or we need a little change, maybe a change of pace or a change of oops, sorry about that noise that happens when I use this webcam sometimes. Maybe we need a little change of pace, or maybe a change in style, or a change in materials, that sort of thing. So when I feel this kind of lull, so when I'm facing this kind of lull, rather than taking a break or not doing anything at all, I'll switch it up from maybe refraining from so much production. Maybe I won't focus so much on speaking or writing per se, but focus more on the receptive stuff. I'll do a lot more reading, use the apps some more, watch a lot of TV, that sort of thing, maybe learn some new things. I also have a pile of notes that are just totally disorganized, just random expressions and words that I just accumulated, and so I might work on organizing those. And usually with time what will happen is I'll just kind of get back in the flow, and a lot of that stuff that I was focusing on passively, like the note, like organizing the notes or the stuff I'm reading, will just come. It'll start flowing again and it'll feel good. And one thing I've noticed with this is that I used to think I was doing something wrong. I used to think I was learning the wrong way, or maybe I was using a subpar method or something like this. But after a while I started noticing a pattern that when my Japanese ability was faltering, so was my English. And it didn't make sense to me to think I was getting worse at English. I mean, I'm a native speaker. That wouldn't really make a lot of sense. So it seemed a lot more likely that it wasn't a problem with my Japanese per se, or the way I was studying Japanese, and more just kind of mental fatigue. My brain, for lack of a better term, just wasn't functioning at optimal level. A lot of times it had to do with rest. Like right now I am really tired. I try to get at least 7 hours sleep a night, usually more actually. But lately, and when I say lately, I mean the past few weeks, it's been probably 4 to 5, maybe 6, if I've gotten lucky. So I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. When I was younger, my mood had a lot to do with it as well. I think this is really, really important to keep in mind, that often when you hit slumps or you hit plateaus and stuff like that, it's not necessarily that you're doing anything wrong, but just that I mean, the brain is a really complex organ, so we can't always predict precisely how it's going to work or why it's going to do what it does at certain times. Or yeah, it could be other external factors like how much sleep you're getting, if you're sick or not, if there's any stress going on in your life, that sort of thing. I've mentioned before really briefly, but it is important to take account of how you're feeling when you're learning or practicing a language as well. So yeah, keep that in mind. Don't get too discouraged. It's totally natural. You know, we can't get perfect sleep and have a perfect diet all the time and have, you know, life go perfectly for us all the time. So take that into consideration as well. Alright, cool, I'm going to end there. Good night, guys. I'll be back by Sunday at the latest.
Plotting for the best, yeah, I'm plotting for the best. Coming straight from the dirt, I'm sprouting up a stem. Here I come, your success, where you at?